Well, for the first time in 377 days, old rivals meet again. Stanford and Oregon, and this time it's a postseason affair, the winner's bracket of the Eugene Regional. Now the Cardinal and the Ducks, a series that many are familiar with. Of course, both programs now reside in different conferences.
Up on the chalk, she tends to, on an inside pitch, roll over and ground it to the right side of the field. Looped into center field. That'll get out of the glove of Luchar, and racing now for third will be Kern. Here comes the relay. Not in time. Went right to it, and it went in and out of the glove. So a single and an E8, and Stanford in business.
Yeah, and this is a solid hit by Kern, but you're right. This ball getting past Luchar, and a scramble to get back to third base as it's left open.
Now stepping in right behind Lindsey Grine in her standout performance in the circle yesterday. That one sneaks through on the high bounce into left center field. Stanford on the board first. Back-to-back hits for the Cardinal, and a run-scoring single off the bat of Emily Jones.
Well, and with the defense played in, this kind of took Sinicki out of this play. This is a ground ball that Sinicki probably could have gotten to. The shortstop, Paige Sinicki, because playing in this bounce allowed the numbers.
Popped up left side of the infield, and Sinicki, 2 paces in front of the grass, will make the grab. Out number 1.
And to me, to beat an offense like
behind second, Scott Wallace over third. And the 2-2 swatted in fair territory. McCoy's going to make the tag, advancing to second.
Allowed McCoy just to put the tag on. Look at these infield ground ball plays. That's how you can get out of this inning.
Kira Chan, 1 pitch for out number 3. McCoy steps. A matchup that has all the cachet you could hope for. Cardinal on the board first as Luchar flies out to right field. First out in the home half of the first inning. Jenny Ritter, Roy Philpott. 62 degrees. It is chilly in the great Northwest and a slight breeze, but
key to this game, and her job there in the circle is to limit those free passes today.
7th pitch of the AB in the dirt. And Sinicki aboard with 1.
Well beyond her years. It doesn't feel new to her. It doesn't feel hard at all. It just looks normal.
Off the elbow, runners now at first and second. Out of Carson City, Nevada, Carson High School, leading hitter for the Ducks this year. Now that average at 466. In and out of the glove. Chung recovers in time to record the out. And there's 2 away. Both runners advance.
Mix around as well. Just a different look than you'll see from Kylie Chung.
High heat. Cox couldn't lay off, and a strikeout for Houston to strand 2. First player to homer at Stanford Stadium, where they played this year in softball, the football venue. And speaking of home runs, that one leaves the facility, and Stanford grabs a 2-0 lead. Well, the strength on full display, her 13th long ball this season.
Well, Joey Economides, again, part of that game plan. That was a mature decision that they made as hitters.
Koch, a swing and a miss. And Kaylin Koch strikes out. First strikeout for Lisa Kolsky. And a good bat.
Offense and defense, not just defense.
Fly ball to the gap. That one's going to get down at the base of the wall. Chung digging for second and slides in safely just ahead of the tag. And the 1-out double for Kylie Chung. Game work to do for the Ducks here at home in Eugene. Popped up, shallow right field. Should be an easy play for Patman, and it is.
You can immediately see the pace at which she.
When you're a competitor, you want to go right at the best.
You want to go right at the best, but you've got runners on, you've got a base to give, and you've got 2 outs. The strategy is right. You take the best.
Runner should be going.
Grounded, back up the middle, backhand, and the delivery to second for the force out.
The park. Get your barrel on it enough, they'll go out of the park in the right way.
Punch out for Houston. Maak's retired, and her second strikeout coming in out of the bullpen. Jessica Allister called it the craziest year of her entire life. Another punch out for Houston. 3 strikeouts. The Stanford pitcher.
And the last two both look.
Of Denton, Texas. Taps it into center field. That's going to drop right in front of Jones for a base hit. So a 2-out knock, and that'll be the first batter that Houston has not struck out. And the first hit. Sophomore out of Birmingham, Alabama. You see her numbers. Hit softly off a hop, the awkward spin, and no problem whatsoever for Taryn Kern.
Mailer, one of them.
Now she's seen a ton of high-level pitching. Just miss for Grind. And River Mailer trots down to first base. Colorado Mesa University. And the punch out retires Barry.
After a walk.
Back to Kira Chan. Opposite way. Lifted high in the air near the track, and a grab made. Lashar. And Kai Lashar. Right off of Grind, and you hope that she's okay. To third, and Flannery delivers in time, and Lindsey Grind races out of the circle. Shar, mom and dad, their travels over the course of their upbringings. A strikeout. Alyssa Houston has been in the zone out of the Stanford bullpen. Mom and dad in the house. Sometimes we may treat these sports like some sort of scientific experiment. Running grab made by Jones. That's the second out of the inning. She needed.
Let it hang too far over the plate. You got to let it jump.
Popped up shallow left field. And Mailer drifts back to record the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 frame.
Chasing at that up pitch and the changeup, that's where Grind will be more successful. But so far, Stanford's been pretty patient. Till that pitch right there.
Upstairs, Koch could not lay off of it, and the strikeout for Grind.
The game, limit the base runners, limit the runs that are plated. She's done that.
3 strikeouts for Lindsey Grind. Chung is retired. First. Started every game this year. Head coach Jessica Allister. A laser shot to left, and that one's got home run distance. 7th homer of the season for Allie Clements.
To have your 9-hitter be able to hit 7 home runs and just feel as confident as your big home run hitter. This wasn't even a full swing through, just connects with it and barrels it up. And it feels like a slow burn for them. You know, it's not one after another after another. It's just slowly scoring.
Lined out to first. McCoy was ready and waiting, but the Stanford Cardinal
come in here and shut down an offense so that your offense can really step up and do their part. That's huge.
Lashar strikes out, and Houston 5 strikeouts. Remember, Oregon started this game getting 2 of its first 3 batters on base. That one came too far inside to Cox, and the Ducks with a base runner.
Good enough on the outside corner. She can't square it up.
To the backstop, and Legg will race into second base on the wild pitch. And this crowd just on the edge of its seat, trying to will this team scratch across. Now the 2-2. Maake down the left field line. Fair ball. Leg racing towards home. No throw, and it's 3-1. Jenny, you could feel it coming, and Stephanie just timed it.
About it. She is the type of player that she just brings this energy, and everybody follows. Everybody likes to see what kind of energy she gets people excited. And you're right, you could feel it, because when she got this hit, it excited everybody that had it done.
Pac-12 reinvented this weekend. Patman to right field, caught. Kaylin Koch had it played beautifully for the second out of the inning. Well, Patman gave that a ride for a minute. She'll pass the baton to Kaylin Jones.
And again, from the excitement of the crowd, you thought this one could have been a gapper, but Koch goes back on it. Crescio, we're feeling here in the booth that excitement that the Ducks and the fans are bringing.
Swung on and miss, and Houston escapes. The fly out to right field, and the strikeout, number 6 for Alyssa Houston.
Of course, they don't want to take the result of the play because it was a hit. So they bring her back to the box, give her a strike.
And she'll ground out weakly to McCoy at first. So,
yeah, close pitch right there. Good patience by Mailer. You get a 1-2 count, something close like that.
Fly ball straightaway center. This one's got some pop, and it's gone. River Mailer, 11th home run of the season. And the long ball party continues for the Cardinal.
Now, we said it last inning, but the slow burn, it's passing the bat with the long ball. Another bomb here. River Mailer just waiting, and she just sees this pitch in the strike zone and sends it right back up the middle. A hittable.
First in the conference in scoring and on base percentage. Jade Berry high in the air towards the scoreboard, over the scoreboard, and it's gone. My goodness. Its pitching for so many years has steadily improved at the plate. This one given a ride to deep left field, and at the track, Chan nearly left the ballpark. But they all talked about the underdog mentality, and in these swings you can sense that. And the production certainly has been there, and Barry over the scoreboard. You mentioned the moonshot. Nearly 3 in a row delivered by this incredible offense.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, over.
Economides back up to bat. Chambers battles back, records the punch out. The Cardinals strike for 2 more runs to grab a 4-run advantage. 5-1 our score.
In a rhythm. I know it's the more exhausting way to do it, but it'll get you in that rhythm of say, hey, like, we've got the harder way to do it, but we're going to see more pitches. We're going to get through it and get in that rhythm. And they're facing a bunch who are getting a high level of strikeouts, and the ball doesn't move as well if the ball becomes slippery.
Bunted to third, and Luchar thrown out by Jade Berry.
Zone pretty consistently all day long.
Ground ball, awkward hop over to Mailer at short, and it is in time. Alyssa Houston continues.
Might be with this Oregon fan base on that one beautifully on the corner.
Next delivery, Koch smashes it through the right side of the infield.
And that's a good response by Koch.
Phillies and her softball career comes to a close. This one gets away from Emma Cox, and that will allow the pinch runner Hayes to take second. Poster itself.
No, they changed subjects pretty quickly.
They did. 4-pitch walk, and Chung is aboard. Allie Clements 1 for 2. 262 average. Smashes that one into left field. They're going to wave around Hayes. The throw's cut off, and the Cardinals now lead it 6-1. And how about the afternoon Allie Clements is having? 2 for 3. The home run now she's driven into.
Yeah, Clements loved the high leg kick. This is a drop ball pitcher. This is how you hit a drop ball pitcher. You're not trying to lift this ball. You just drive it on the ground and find a way to get it through the infield. Score was in the 3rd inning. River Mailer was walked.
And the bases are loaded. 4-pitch walk to Taryn Kirk this afternoon in Eugene. Back up the middle. That'll get through into center field for a base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs will score. It's 8-1 Cardinal. Emily Jones comes through.
And this is truly the first inning where Stanford has just passed the bat. It hasn't been that slow burn via the long ball. They've found a way to hit singles.
10 hits already today, 8 runs. 2 operators short, a little bit of contact with the runner Kern. She'll race around home to score. And a lot happening there. The ball hit right where Sinicki was, with Taryn Kern right in front of her, and that's going to prompt a conversation. To talk it over, Matt Jacks, Todd Foy, Smokey Ed, Scott Wallace.
The call in the field is a clean play by the runner. This call is being challenged by Oregon.
You can see there, when the ball was going through, there was.
After further review, the call in the field is no interference. The call is upheld. That is Oregon's first challenge.
Could have been had without interference there.
Still no one out. Jones at second, Mailer at first base, and Jade Berry will strike out for out number 1. 4 runs are in for the Cardinal in the top of the 6th.
At this point, unfortunately for the Ducks.
Down the left field line, that's a fair ball, and Stanford will load the bases again, and Kara Chan joins the hit parade. Officially 1 for 3, and a chance to do some big-time damage. And instead awarded first base after being hit by that pitch. Another run scores.
And at this point, the wheels are just kind of coming off for the Ducks. This one hits the elbow guard. Game, but to get out of this regional, how do you go and attack not only the next game, another hit by pitch?
11-1.
Not only to get out of this game, but to get out of the regional.
And has looked towards new leadership this year. Chung has certainly provided that. Into left field, another run will score. And a 7-run outburst for the Cardinal. Chung drives in another. And now
I just point out too, like, the Oregon pitching staff is good. They've got an ERA that's in the top 10 nationally. So when you watch what Stanford's offense is doing to them right here, I mean, this is, I mean, they are a solid pitching staff.
slow roller, awkward hop, throw home, not in time. 13-1. Perez able to slide in safely ahead of the tag.
The out.
Allie Clements with 2 hits now in the inning.
And playing deep, though, is Flannery. Even in that scenario, I don't know that she would.
Payoff pitch, fly ball to center field. And a jumping catch will be made at the warning track. Tagging from third will be Koch. It's now 14-1. Fully extended right against the wall.
I don't think that you can say that there's anything else that's more all out than this. This was she got up to get it in. Knowing that there's runners on the base path, you can't hang on to it.
Tap to second, and the inning comes to a close. Jones fields and fires. The damage is done. Stanford plates 9. And it's plate discipline. That power has been there as well in sneaky moments this afternoon. Riley McCoy into left field, and the Ducks the leadoff batter aboard. This team this year already with 40 wins. Bouchard flies out to right field. Kaylin Koch slid down to get it, and she did so right off the top of the turf.
To attack him, what do you do? Who plays them tomorrow, and how do you approach him?
Frozen rope to center field, and there is Emily Jones for out number 2. And the Ducks down to their final out. Victory yesterday over Binghamton. On the verge, winning their 42nd game. Popped up, right back to the circle. Pristaiko has it. Here come the Cardinal. 14-1 the final score. The run rule victory in Eugene.
And I have to say, I didn't expect it to be a run rule. I expected it to be a close game between these two teams. And Stanford stuck to their game plan. They chased the pitchers in the circle. And they just had a phenomenal offensive performance. And their pitching staff showed up big, led by Alyssa Houston. A great performance in the circle by her. I had a lot of big Ks, and they really kept the offense, the Oregon Duck offense, at bay and did not allow them to dig in, which I think was the biggest answer back. When you kept their offense at bay,